Hello, thinkers. It's me, Quizmaster Jack, wearing what I assure you is a different Viking sweatshirt, not the same one that I wore 2 weeks ago. They look the same, but they're different. I'm here playing on the Sunday after Thanksgiving festivities in this year, 2023, and I've just gotten over my food coma, so I'm waking up to play Buzzword for you and everybody. But mostly for me, because I have a good time playing these. It's week 45 of the pop culture and sports. First off, as always, pop culture.
Winston, a dog of this breed, was the AKC's 2022 National Dog Show winner.
Yeah.
This was the breed of Petunia, John Mulaney's
Petunia.
dog. In 2023, the Labrador Retriever was surpassed as the U.S.'s most popular dog breed by, for 10 points, what flat-faced breed that is smaller than its English counterpart?
Okay, so French Bulldog. I like a medium-sized dog. I don't like a small dog. I want at least retriever size. Although corgis are okay. Corgis are okay to good. Anything smaller than a corgi, I'm not really interested in that as a dog. Starting off with some hot takes about dog breeds. But I like a medium dog that can breathe okay. Call me crazy if you want.
A 2008 revival of this show originally co-starred Will Arnett, who dropped out at the request of GMC and was replaced by Val
GMC.
Kilmer.
Val
On
Kilmer.
this show, Michael worked for an organization called Flag. For 10 points, what 1980s action...
Was that Knight Rider? Michael, yeah, because Michael was the name of David Hasselhoff's character on Knight Rider with Kit 2000? Kit 9000? It might be Kit 9000. I don't know what Kit stands for. So was Will Arnett the voice? Yeah, Will Arnett must have been the voice of Kit. And GMC didn't like it, so they got rid of him for Val Kilmer. This is just me intuiting what that story was.
A character played by both Diana Rigg and this actress adopts the name Ms. Collins to murder men who pimped her. At the end of a 2022 film, an escort played by this woman eats a burger as a restaurant burns.
Oh, it's Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't know what the Diana Rigg thing was. I don't know what movie that was. What was Anya Taylor-Joy in? That was a remake. That last one was The Menu, which makes the third menu question this year in Buzzword's pop culture. I'm gonna have to look that up. Editor Jack will let us know what that first movie was. Because with Diana Rigg right off the bat, I was thinking maybe it was Uma Thurman. Because I think Diana Rigg was the original female member of the TV show Avengers. And then Uma Thurman was the movie adaptation character, Miss Emma Peel. Emma Peel's the character. Description of the character was more dark than Emma Peel is. Just giving Editor Jack more work. That guy's got time.
In this decade, William Gaines began printing Two-Fisted Tales with EC Comics. In this decade, Frederick Wortham's book Seduction of the Innocent sparked a moral panic over juvenile delinquency. The Comics Code was adopted in...
I think that was in the 1950s. I knew that was a comic book one, and probably could have guessed it was going to go talk about when the Comic Code was introduced. I waited on it.
This is the last title word of a song covered by Smash Mouth that laments, "When I wanted sunshine, I got rain."
Believer. So it was I'm a Believer that that Smash Mouth did for the Shrek movie. The first one. Because they used All Star, but All Star was a song before that. So I guess they wanted to get them a performance credit on the soundtrack. So they covered the Monkees' Believer, or I'm a Believer. I would bet a lot of people got a lot of points off of this one.
Multiple works by this author were loosely adapted into the 1991 gay drama My Own Private Idaho.
Oh.
Comic works by this author inspired the teen movies Oh, She's...
Oh, it's just Shakespeare. Because O is a retelling of Othello. Yeah, My Own Private Idaho, I think that's a Macbeth adaptation? Either that or Hamlet? Well, obviously, they said it was a collection of works of Shakespeare. It's been a long time since I've had to think about My Own Private Idaho. Yeah, so they'd probably go on to O and then 10 Things I Hate About You. What else isn't obvious? They could then transition into the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet that I thought was pretty good. Got John Leguizamo as Tybalt. It was a good time. Right, next question.
A series of games starring these animals included sheep strike attacks and allowed them to swim.
That's Worms. Got that Worms knowledge. Send explosive sheep. The sheep was a dangerous weapon in Worms because it would just kind of run around randomly. You could determine when it blew up, but it could be pretty wild. I love a 19. I love a 19 on a video games question. Just keep on moving up there.
This artist sampled the keyboard riff from ABBA's Gimme 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 in her 2005 single Hung Up, whose lyric Don't Cry For Me likely references this artist's performance of Don't Cry For Me.
So Madonna? Okay. I was a little worried when they were talking about specific samples. Madonna playing Evita was very famous.
A character on this show fears that she inspired Muriel Nocturna's horror film Screech Leeches. This show's creator, Lisa Hannawalt, designed its main anthropomorphic characters, such as the Robin Speckle. For 10 points, what Adult Swim cartoon starred Ali Wong and Tiffany Haddish as the title birds?
Oh, what is it called? It's like Bert. What is the other character? Like Bert and Allie? Tuca and Birdie. Okay. Yeah, I knew what they were talking about with the Robin Sparkle thing. I just didn't couldn't remember the name of it. I was in the ballpark, but not close enough and undeserving of points for my 2/3 of an answer. Not even 2/3. My quarter of an answer.
The protagonist of this musical sings with his daughter Marcina in the quartet and This Is My Beloved.
Marcina. The
Polivetzian dances inspired the song Stranger in Paradise in this musical that adapts Alexander Borodin's music. For 10 points, what 1955 musical is titled for a Turkish-derived word for fate?
Ooh. Huh. I have no idea what they're talking about. Kismet. Okay. Yeah, they've been really good at hitting musicals that I don't know anything about. And Kismet, a musical I don't know anything about. Well, we were running pretty good there until we got into the last two questions, but we were fated to get those wrong. So it goes. And so we go on to sports. Sports questions, here we go.
This athlete described slapping an ex-boyfriend dubbed Snappers McCreepy in her 2015 memoir, My Fight, Your Fight. This one-time bronze medalist in Olympic judo headlined with Liz Carmouche at UFC 157. Holly Holm ended the Okay,
it's Rousey. Ronda Rousey. Moving on.
This man, who in 2015 had a 5x5, barely missed getting another one in a 2017 game in which he had a triple-double with only 4 points. This 2017 Defensive Player of the Year played center in the so-called Death lineup. For 10 points, what forward has won 4 titles with the Warriors?
Oh, it's Draymond? That's Draymond Green. When he ain't busy choking people, he's a pretty good defensive player. The death lineup. I never heard of the Warriors described as the death lineup, outside of maybe trying to choke people to death. I don't know. Never heard of that. And I live in the Bay Area.
After this man tore his ACL playing pickup basketball, his MLB team replaced him with Alex Rodriguez. In 2019, this former Cincinnati Red claimed that his players were savages in the box.
It's Aaron Boone. The famous argument that Aaron Boone had with an umpire, because he was talking about his guys being savages in the box, but the umpire wasn't calling a game good enough to let them hit. I forget the circumstances of that, but he was probably right. Umpires have not been great for the last 5 years or so.
After rain in this city put out the Olympic flame, a plumber lit the flame with a cigarette lighter. This city's Olympic Stadium, nicknamed the Big O after cost overruns, was an MLB team's home park until 2004. Jean Drapeau helped bring the 1976...
Oh, it's Montreal then. Yeah. Because the Expos left in 2004. And they've been the only MLB team to leave Canada in a long time. The Big O.
This running back used the term middle school offense to describe his team's play under coach Jeff Fisher. Knee arthritis limited him to just 35 yards in his only Super Bowl, a 2019 loss to the Patriots. For 10 points, what running back out of Georgia was a 2015 Rookie of the Year with the Rams?
Why don't I remember a good running back from the Rams 8 years ago? What Akers? Who is this? I can only... Todd Gurley. Oh yeah, Todd Gurley started with the Rams. Oh, that's so... Oh, I completely forgot about that. Because I was thinking of him as a Falcons running back the whole time. Oh, that's real bad. I had Todd Gurley on my fantasy team for a long, long time. I think I won 2 championships because of him. Just forgot he was on the Rams. I'm sorry, Todd.
This country won the 2001 Fed Cup with 2 teens who went on to win 11 Grand Slam singles titles.
Okay, so it's tennis.
The 2003 French Open final was between 2 women from this country, one of whom was married to Pierre-Yves Arden. For 10 points, what country's tennis stars include Justine Henin and Kim Clijsters?
I'll say Belgium. I was right. That's how they were like Switzerland or Belgium. I figured they would have used Federer as a giveaway if it was Sweden, or not Sweden, Switzerland. I have nothing more to say about Belgium.
Charles Barkley claimed that this man's cheap Fila's shoes caused this man's 2000 ankle injury. He only played 47 games from 2001 to 2004 in his first 4 seasons for the Magic. For 10 points, what Hall of Fame small forward out of Duke was a 6-time All-Star from 1994 to 2001 with the Pistons?
Who was on the Pistons and then went to the Magic? Just throw a Wallace out there. Okay, Grant Hill. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Just didn't have that registered as a thing that Grant Hill did. I'm very bad with what teams people played for this week of Buzzword.
Before a 2023 game, this manager told fans to have the right portion of beers and confirmed that his starting keeper would be Stefan Ortega.
A
Rodri goal against Inter Milan won this manager's team the Champions League and the treble in 2023. For 10 points, what Spaniard manages Manchester City?
Yeah, who's currently... maybe it's Rafi Benitez. Nope. Pep Guardiola. Not there for me. Like I said, I think I said last week, I've kind of fallen off of paying attention to association football. Again, Not in the cards for old Quizmaster Jack.
In this man's last Super Bowl, he threw an interception returned 100 yards by James Harrison.
That's Kurt Warner. Oop, should spell Warner. Even close to correct. Yeah, because that was the Cardinals Steelers Super Bowl. And right as the half died, threw a pass to the sideline, and James Harrison got a hold of it and took it back all the way, and then was able to be on oxygen for the entirety of the halftime show to get back to playing for him. Much like this last Thursday on Thanksgiving, where the Jets it wasn't a Hail Mary in the Super Bowl. This was like an actual, I think they're on the 2 or the 4 or something. Not like the Jets arm punting at the end of the half on a Hail Mary and the Dolphins scoring a touchdown off of it. Oh boy. The Jets should just forfeit anytime they're playing on Thanksgiving now. Nothing but fumbles, 99-yard interception returns. Not a great holiday for them to play on.
This man told Ralph Kiner we could have finished last without you, and mandated batting helmets during his tenure with the Pirates. He created the first modern farm system as the Cardinals' general manager. For 10 points, what Dodgers executive broke...
So Branch Rickey, then. That's what I figured. Asking about an executive in that time period, there's only really one that they would ask about at this level. That'd be Branch Rickey, the guy who decided to put Jackie Robinson on the record on the roster for the Dodgers to break the color barrier. And that's it for week 45. Kind of middling, but you know what? We got 2 questions on the highlight reel, both W's. Those W's were Worms and Warner. So we're counting our dubs. If you want to see more dubs from me, you can check out other videos on the channel and like this video, subscribe to this video, check out the other content. If you like content in the form of questions you can play, you can go over to naqt.com/buzzword to check out what games they got going. That's it for me. I'm taking my dubs and going home. We'll see you later.